All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Ryan Garcia continues to put his foot in his mouth and this time admits his love and admiration for one of the most controversial Black political social commentators, Candace Owens. And if he thought that this was going to be a good version of, hey, man, I got a Black friend, so don't think that I'm what you think I am, I don't know if it's going to work. Let's talk about what Ryan Garcia had to say and what it means in this video, but also make sure you watch all the way to the end because we have more news at the end of the video that is very, very important to the sport of boxing. So make sure you check out the other news section of the video and watch to the end. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. Ryan Garcia retweets Candace Owens and says, I love Candace Owens. Is Ryan trying to save face after the debacle that he experienced when he referred to George Floyd in a very negative manner, and when he talked about Black people in general in a very, very negative way? Let's talk about that. But before we do, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. But let's get into this. If you don't know who Candace Owens is, you know, I think you've probably been up underneath a rock for a while. She is a right-wing, quote unquote, conservative Black woman who for years and years has been taking a lot of heat from the community on her non-traditional takes on things like George Floyd, things like Black Lives Matter, things like subjects related to religion. Just, you know, has most definitely had a lot of negative reviews as far as how she represents Black people. So for Ryan Garcia to come out and say, I love Candace Owens is very funny to me, man, because it's the tactic that, hey, I'm not what you think I am. I have a Black friend. But if you listen to what this Black friend of Ryan Garcia, the one he loves, is saying, look, it's going to fall on the ears of a lot of people very, very funny. So let's just listen to just a slight excerpt of the conversation that Ryan Garcia retweeted with Candace Owens, and you'll see kind of what I'm talking about.
Used slurs to describe Black Americans. I don't have an issue with my race, but you very much have an issue with yours. And the other thing is, like, he doesn't even know what his audience is. Again, this feels very maybe could have done something in 2016 when the whole world was, you know, so anti-Trump and it was the George Floyd moment. He doesn't even understand what's happening. I mean, that conversation has broken in the Black community. That's why Trump's numbers are up. Beyond that, I've been on the Breakfast Club. I've done Joe Budden. Like, Black Americans are following this podcast. They actually like me. I went viral on a few of those channels, on Instagram channels the other day because of my conversation with Don Lemon. They're starting to hear what I have been saying, because back in 2016, when I was saying Black Lives Matter was a fraudulent organization, people were not ready to listen to that. But then what happened was they proved that they were a fraudulent organization, and people said, yeah, no, I think Candace may have been trying to tell us that, and she was right, and maybe I need to listen to her rather than listen to what other people are telling me about her.
See what I mean? If you don't ask enough people, you'll find out. But here's the thing. Really and truly, Ryan Garcia just needs to stop. Nobody is going to believe that because you love Candace Owens, because Candace Owens is somebody that does not have a problem speaking negatively about other people of her own community. Not that she should. I don't have a problem with what she says. I appreciate that she says what she thinks she says. I'm not going to agree with everything that she says. Some things she said, I'm like, hey, that's a good point. But that pretty much goes for any person. But the most important thing is that she is within the community herself. So she has license to say whatever she wants to say. You, however, Ryan Garcia, are not. So you should mind your business and just keep people's names out your mouth. Don't tell people what you think, and just zip your lip and keep it pushing, because this is not going to help you at all. This is just going to have somebody say, oh yeah, I know exactly why you like her. You like her because she talks bad about the same people that you talk bad about, right? So, nah, it's not going to go anywhere, man. You look bad. Just zip your lip. Wait for your suspension to end. Get back in the ring, rematch Devin Haney, and let's keep it pushing, right? So, but anyway, man, in other boxing news, and I think that this is probably a little more legitimate, but still kind of out there type of conversation, is that if you're not familiar with Carmel Moten of Floyd Mayweather Promotions, I do believe he's a 126 pound fighter, 120. I think he may be at 122 right now. But he's eventually going to be up at 126 pounds, 130 pounds, maybe later on. Very young fighter. Excellent fighter, man. Top level talent. One of the best young prospects in boxing. Is having a little bit of beef with the father of another young up and coming fighter. Not as young, because I think Carmel is like 18. There's another young fighter out of Austin, Texas, that goes by the alias Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield III, and Carmel and his father are going back and forth and doing what is, I think, considered, what young fighters are doing a lot of now to kind of get their names out there, which is beefing on the internet. There was some things that were said by Carmel or Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Schofield being dismissive of Carmel Moten. Specifically said, why would there be a problem, youngin? You are a different weight class than us. I watch you grow up, young man. Congrats. But by the way, stay away from Kid. He will hurt you very bad. This is not the amateurs. Trust me on that. Take time and grow and develop. Enjoy. So pretty much that is Kid Austin's father, Floyd Schofield II, brushing off Carmel Moten and tell Carmel Moten to beat it. Carmel Moten then also responded. He responded when accused of having deleted a tweet. He stated that I haven't deleted SHIT. Don't get on social media lying. You clearly had a problem with what they said. Don't act clueless. And maybe you should come to 130. You should come down to 130, because all the dudes at 135 that tried to fight you made you duck your taco. Let your son speak for himself. Now, I ain't going to get into all of that stuff, but I do think that Floyd Schofield himself should be the one that is beefing with Carmel Moten. But at the end of the day, it all works, man. It all works. This is good publicity for Floyd Schofield II, Floyd Schofield III, and Carmel Moten. It's good to see the back and forth between them. And I hope that it generates more conversation about both these guys and gets people excited about their fights. I'm probably going to be paying a little bit more close attention to Floyd Schofield III. I've seen him fight several times, but been listening to his father talk about boxing, and he's just a very intelligent guy. So I've enjoyed the conversations listening to him. So this is something you should probably keep your eye on. At 130 pounds, Floyd Schofield's kind of muscular. He's not coming back down to 135. And Carmel Moten will probably be up at 135, but not for years. So, it is what it is. And also, there was another fight that took place last night, which was Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito Gonzalez, and he stopped Robert Barrera. Now, the reason why this fight is of some importance is because I think this is the first fight for Chocolatito at 118 pounds, but it's also his first fight. I think it's his first fight since he lost to Estrada at 115 pounds for the belt that Bam Rodriguez just took off of Estrada. Now, I know that Estrada's got the rematch with Bam, but Bam Rodriguez out of San Antonio, Texas, the 115-pound champion, they're supposed to have a rematch take place between he and Bam and Estrada, but after that, Bam will Chocolatito said that he would be open into fighting Bam Rodriguez, which would basically be another major fight for Bam Rodriguez at 115 pounds. So I think that's real cool. The only problem is that I watched the fight with Chocolatito last night, and to me, Chocolatito looks washed up. I know that a lot of the press is putting that he looks spectacular and he's back because he got I think it was a 10th round stoppage from accumulation of punches. But that particular guy that he was fighting is just he's just a Nicaraguan journeyman. And with all of the shots that Chocolatito was landing on him throughout, the last 4 rounds that I watched, I think he should have got the guy out of there. So I wasn't really that impressed by Chocolatito, and Chocolatito at this point just seems to be somebody that's got a name on a resume for Bam to win. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. But again, Ryan Garcia probably needs to zip his lip about Candace, about just trying to befriend himself or attach himself with anybody as it relates to these issues that he felt, where he really got in trouble. And he actually got in a significantly more trouble for that than he got for having Osterine in his system and claiming contamination, but ultimately getting suspended because of his failure to notify the New York State Athletic Commission of the supplements that he was taking. But anyway, man, Ryan Garcia is a mess. That's my take on the situation. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.